that ball.
Rambopa Radio with your host, Jen T.
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
I'm fucking coming for you.
Now I feel poo coming out of my bum. So it's a lot right now. Yeah, it's a lot.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rambopa Radio. I am your host, Jen T. Twitter and Instagram at Jen T523. Hello, motherfuckers. Hey, friends. So, as you can tell by the sound of my voice, I'm starting to get under the weather. And before I get under the weather, I figure I better turn this podcast on and record a show before I have no voice. And, you know, y'all know I only get sick if I get stressed out or if I don't get sleep. And, well, I definitely wasn't stressed out. So, somebody thought it would be a good idea to keep me up past my bedtime hours. And, well, I am not a happy camper. I need you to go to www.ramboparadio.com and check out Which Megan Are You t-shirt and guess which Megan I am now that I'm starting to get sick. Let's see. Which face am I? I'm going to either say number 7 or number 8 best suits my facial expression right now. So basically, you know, I don't. I love my friend. God bless him. But sometimes there's an inability to read the room. And, you know, I'm excited to hang out with my friend. He does music. We're musicians. He's an accomplished musician. He has made music. He's traveled around and stuff. And, you know, he is excited. You know, when we hang out and we do musical things, he is excited. And this excitement, well, you know, damn. I love music, don't get me wrong. But when this music keeps me out of my bed until 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm definitely not a fan. I am pissed off. I'm completely tossed. Ready to become a raging see you next Tuesday. I don't normally get upset or angry, except when you or someone you know is going to interrupt my 8 hours of sleep. Then I got a motherfucking problem. And so, you know, in the course of our conversation, I guess my friend missed acknowledging the part where I said, hey, he was talking a lot about how he hasn't been getting a lot of sleep. He's been working hard. He's been doing music. He's been doing this. Whoopty fucking whoop. Right. So, which God bless him. I appreciate the hustle, the struggle. Sometimes you're if you're willing to make the sacrifice. However, your dear host, Rambopa, is not willing to make the sacrifice. I am no longer cut out to not get 8 hours of sleep because I feel like dog shit. And I get sick. So, you know, as my friend is talking about not getting any sleep, I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, hey, man. To me, sleep is important. Okay, resting is part of my recovery. Resting is how I heal so I can go to jujitsu the next day and keep going every day. Because getting a good night rest is my requirement. And also, straight up, me working in a health food store where everyone and their mama come in there sick, They don't use the curbside. They don't understand what mail order is. They love to share their germs. So I am exposed to a lot of things. That's why it's important for me to get my sleep. So, I said to my friend, I said, hey man, I'll hang out with you. He wanted me to hang out at one of these shows that his friends was playing. I think they're called Up the Horns. And then, the other one was One Night in the City. And so Up the Horns is a Iron Maiden cover band. And then, the One Night in the City is a Dio cover band. And so he had some friends in both. And, so he asked me to go down there and help with some sort of stage setup, as well as, watch his friends do the bands. And so, I thought, hey, sure, I'll go with you. No big deal. Not realizing that, I'm thinking that we're going to go set up these instruments and we're going to watch a couple songs and then we're going to leave. That's what I was under the impression of. I had even heard my friend mention, hey, we don't have to stay the whole time. We're just going to watch a couple songs and then leave. And I was like, okay, cool. So we didn't watch a couple songs and leave. We were there the entire night. Okay. The first band they did an hour set and I was like, cool. This is awesome. I'm going to be home by midnight. Okay, maybe 1 o'clock. 1:30 max. I got home at 3 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. Okay, so as every half an hour the clock struck, I began to get more pissed off and pissed off. I got so angry that I actually fell asleep several times in a loud dive bar concert with earplugs in. I could still hear the music, and my ass fell asleep. The only thing that would wake me up is that because we were in one of the worst counties in one of the worst cities in San Diego County, Santee. The only thing that woke me up is like, oh, I'm gonna get fucking lynched by some white power biker dude in the back of the bar. I need to keep my head on the swivel, so I saw it in the corner next to the curtain. So people couldn't see me per se, but I could see them coming if they were coming out the exit. So I was like, oh shit, somebody's coming. Get ready to fight. Get ready to fight. But most of the time I was falling asleep because I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm 40, man. You want me to stay up? Cool. But I'm staying up at my house in the comfort of my home. I don't like staying up late out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere with some racist biker dudes. I don't like this part of San Diego. I like the Mexican part of San Diego. Okay? As in Mexican food. So we're in this bar, and these Iron Maiden people are just, they're killing it. And they have a lady, they have a lady singer. Normally, Iron Maiden is Bruce Dickinson. He's the guy. And so it was a lady singing, and she's like, 2 minutes to midnight to kill the unborn in the womb. And then what's that other song y'all sing? 666, the number of the beast. 666, the one for you and me. Or my personal favorite, fly to live to fly, aces high. One man came across the sea. He took his bread and misery. Run to the hills. Run for your life. It was a lady singer, and she was kicking ass. It was pretty cool. The band was really crisp, good sound, and I was enjoying myself. But that was from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. After 9 o'clock, I was like, let's get the fuck up out of here. I don't want to be here. I was ready to vacate the premises, okay? I was just contemplating. I said, how far is it to TJ? Can I walk to TJ from Santee? Which I'm pretty sure that's like a 6 or 8 hour car ride. I'd be dead. Oh my days. I was just contemplating all kinds of escapes. I was like, I wonder if I could how much an Uber from San Diego to Shits Bernardino would cost, but I'm willing to pay it right now and get the fuck up out of here. I was so tired, so fatigued, so annoyed. I was just like, man, I don't want to be out late. That's not my thing. That's not my scene. Anything after 10 p.m., I'm like, nah, dog, I'm good. I really am. But listen, you want to kick it 5 a.m., 6 a.m.? Bitch, let's go. I'm ready. I'm used to getting up this early for work. But you want to kick it past 10 p.m. on a Friday night? Nah, I am not the homie. I am not the one. So I was just trying to be polite, trying to be cordial, but I could feel every half an hour after 9 o'clock, I was just getting angrier and angrier and angrier and angrier. I was like, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I'm out. I gotta go. So, for some odd reason, his next friend's band did not go on at 9 o'clock. There was like some sort of delay, and they really didn't start till 10 or 10:30. And then they proceeded to play so many songs that their hour set turned into 2 hours. And well, your dear host had enough. I was ready to start throwing chairs when the singer said, "We're not ready to leave." And I said, "The fuck you are." Shall I unplug your equipment? Or should I just go out back and cut the power to this whole fucking place? I was done. I just wanted to get out of there because I knew, I said, fuck, I'm not going to get my sleep. I'm going to get sick. I'm going to be so tired. And I still got to train. I still had other things to do. I still had to go visit my family. I still had a birthday party to go to. I don't want this. I don't want this in my life. So my man's up there. Heaven and hell, it goes on and on and on. Heaven and hell. And I was like, it's going on and on and on. Make it motherfucking stop. I hate this shit. Get me out of here. Now, credit to the band. They were kick-ass. It was an amazing show. I just wish that, this show might have been live streamed and I could have stayed home. I'm sorry. I'm not. My mood really starts to go. I lose the niceness after 10 p.m. I'm sorry. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm just like, I'm done. I've had a long-ass day, a long-ass week, and now on my motherfucking day off, you got me here in fucking Santee at 1-something in the morning. I want to go home. We were an hour from my friend's house. So now at 1-something in the morning, it's going to take us an hour to get back to his place. And then I got an hour to drive from his house. So that means we got back to his place at 2 a.m. And then I had to drive a motherfucking hour. So I got home at 3 a.m. And guess what? I had to take, because I'm old, I got to take all my vitamins. I had to take my vitamins. And guess what? My vitamins, when you take them, you got to eat with them. Otherwise, I get sick from taking the vitamins on an empty stomach. So I had to then make myself some soup. And the whole time my soup was boiling, I was like, you red motherfucker, you fucking shit. I want to be home at 10. Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want to be up, okay? I want to be home in bed. So I'm sitting there eating my soup, trying to catch up on emails or shows I missed while I was sleeping at a bar in Santee at 12:45 in the morning. I mean, it was so bad at one point. Everybody was talking, and I don't mean to be rude, but I didn't know of any other way to show I was so disinterested. So I pulled out the phone, started playing a round of Call of Duty. I said, okay, I'm going to play one round of Call of Duty. If y'all ain't done talking, by the time I finish this 10-minute round of Call of Duty, I am walking out of this bar and I'm going to start walking. Fuck it. I don't care. I was just going to take an Uber to my cousin's condo in PB and fucking sleep there. Fuck y'all. Good night. God bless. So I played my little round of Call of Duty. And everybody was still talking. I stood up and I started walking out the place. I was like, arrivederci, cocksuckers. I'm telling you, man. I was from Riverside. Riverside, motherfucker. When I'm done, Jack. So you get all the chances in the world. I will give you more chances than you probably shall deserve. But once I pull out the I'm done, Matt, it's all over. So I was like, okay, finished my Call of Duty, shook my man's hand. He actually shook my hand and said goodnight, but he still stayed there and talked to my friend. So I was like, oh, wait a minute, player. I mean, if we're done, then, then that's time. That's the sign for us to leave, right? So why are we still here talking? So my man said good night. So I was like, cool. I guess I've been dismissed. So I started walking to the car. I was like, okay, bye-bye. And then my friend goes, oh, yeah, where's Jen? I started walking out the door. I was like, I'm good. I'm good. And so they're like, oh, she outside. And he goes, oh, yeah. She lives an hour from my house, and it takes an hour for me to get home. Guess I should take her home. I was like, yeah. Choke off. I was beside myself. I was like, this cannot be fucking happening. I cannot believe what a night this has been. I just wanted to see a couple of songs from a couple of bands, and then we leave the premises. I didn't realize that we would be playing... We would be staying there the whole entire time and be the cleanup crew. I mean, people at the bar that worked at the bar started cleaning up the bar, and my friends were still there talking. And I'm like, yo, at one point the bar turned off the lights, which, is the sign when they turn off the lights and they turn off the jukebox, like, hey, get the fuck out. That part happened, and people were still in there talking. I'm like, hello? Like fucking, like Angelina from Jersey Shore. Hello. Yo, what the fuck is this, man? Oh, God. I started thinking of that fucking shit from Snatch. Is this some white cunts choke us, black cunts don't kick? Because I am fucking laughing, Nicholas. Dear Lord, I could not believe it. I was like, this is, yeah. I'm done. Like a rainbow in the dark. I'm fucking done, yo. Oh my gosh. That was going to be if I had to fucking take my Uber back to my cousin's apartment. Like a rainbow in the dark. Holy shit, man. It's just so bad. Obviously, I'm super worried about me sleeping because I don't want to get sick, which I'm starting to feel like I'm getting sick. And plus, I just like my bed. I like being home with my dogs. I love my fur babies. I like being close to the gym. I don't like being out late. It's just not my thing anymore. So, as we were traveling back to civilization, the whole time I'm thinking like Saturday, I've got to go to LA to pick up mats. I got to go to my cousin's birthday. I got to fucking set up the mats. I got to figure out who's hauling me to go get the mats to haul the mats back because my car is too small for the fucking mats. The mats are almost the size of my car. So I'm worried about Saturday. What's going to happen is a workout. Traffic was a fucking nightmare. Columbus weekend, no fucking clue, aka Indigenous Peoples spot, whatever. So traffic was just a goddamn nightmare from Thursday to fucking Saturday. Shitty ass motherfucking traffic. So like clockwork, driving into LA, traffic. For some reason, my cousin's house is an hour away from my house. Coming back, but going there, it's an hour and 30 minutes. Why? It's the same fucking direction. A straight fucking line to LA. No turns, no left, right, whatever. It is literally a straight line to my cousin's house. The same straight line coming back is an hour. The same straight line going is a minimum hour and 30 minutes. If there is insane traffic, it's 2 hours. So I was like, man, come on. So I'm on pins and needles. So the whole setup, because I measured my dad's Sequoia, which my mats fit in the Sequoia. Then I measured my mom's RAV4. The mats barely fit in the RAV4. So we're going back and forth. Obviously nobody wants to drive me to LA. My parents are old. They don't want to be a part of this. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to just get a U-Haul truck and go from there. You don't have to worry about me. So then my dad hears, Jenny, you're going to rent a U-Haul? That's going to cut into your profits. Why don't you let me drive you on Sunday? And I was like, Dad, I can't go on Sunday. I already arranged to pick up these mats from Mr. Jason Ellis. The Jason Ellis, pro skateboarder, Tony Hawk's best friend, now turned super awesome comedian. The Jason Ellis. I already set up the time with him. I cannot reschedule the time. I cannot go back and forth, okay? Because he's got comedy dates. He's got a girlfriend. She's got jobs. There's a whole fucking ecosystem going on here. So we already set the shit up. It's all been taken care of. We're ready to rock. Just got to go pick up the mats at Ellis's house in LA, okay? My dad, Jenny, listen, I don't care that you already set up the deal with Mr. Ellis. Just tell him I will come on Sunday with the Sequoia and tell him to leave the mats on the street and I will pick them up. And I was like, Dad, no. Leave the mats on the street? I was like, Dad, that's not going to work. So I said, we kind of have an understanding. This is a friend. So it's not just going to be like, just throw him on the street. I'll come and get him. Like, no, that's not how this works. So, we're measuring the Sequoia. And he goes, well, Jenny, I can't do it on Saturday. That is Shabbat. That is the Lord's Day. I said, I know. I said, that's why I'm measuring your car, just in case they don't fit in Mom's car. And so, so as I'm measuring my dad's Sequoia, he tells me, Jenny, so I want you to know, because I said, oh, roll down the window. We can probably get a couple mats in there without having to open the tailgate. He goes, Jenny, I want you to know that the window is broken. So we'll have to put the mats inside the passenger door. I'll just take the passenger seat out and we'll slide the mats in there. And I was like, you what? You what? I was like, I'm sorry. Did you want to repeat the level of crazy you just told me right now? He's like, Jenny, my window doesn't roll down. I'm sorry. The window doesn't roll down. So we'll just take the passenger seat out and we'll slide the mats in there. And I said, what am I going to sit on when I go with you, man? I have to go down there. He doesn't know you. He knows me. I got to go down there. He's like, nonsense, Jenny. Just tell him. If you know him, he is your friend. Tell him to leave them on the side of the road. I'll get them. And I was like, Dad, I can't do that. And we're definitely not going to take out the passenger seat. He's like, we'll then measure it from the passenger seat. And I said, Dad, it fits perfectly. He's like, okay, well, I can't, I can't roll down the window. So, we'll just have to slide the mats in through the door. And I was like, Dad, the mats are 6.5 feet by 3.5 feet. Show me a passenger door that is that big. That is not a semi-truck. So my mom comes out in the street because she hears me and my dad arguing. She goes, darling, we'll just take the RAV4, okay? It should fit in my car. I just don't like to, I don't like to put things in the back, I like to keep my trunk clean. I was like, Mom, they're not going to stay there permanently. It's just to transport them the fucking 120 miles round trip, okay? I would do this myself, but you guys insisted that to save money, that I not get a U-Haul, okay? And I can't exactly use my fucking car because the mats are literally the size of my car. It's basically a jiu-jitsu mat, a steering wheel, and the engine. And that's my car. So it's not gonna work. So, oh, damn it. So, goes, well, let me see the tape measurer. And so I'm measuring it, and I said, ooh, it's kind of tight. I said, we might have to do what I did, which was I pushed the seat all the way up so the steering wheel was basically in my chest, and I got the mats to fit in the Prius. She's like, darling, I can't do that. I'm too old to be stuck like that in a car. I cannot drive like that. I was like, okay, it's cool. We won't push the seat. How about, we'll just fit whatever we can, and then we'll just tie it all down. And then my dad's like, Jenny, nonsense. We'll just use the Sequoia. We'll just open the door and slide the mats in this way. And I was like, Dad, they don't fold. These mats don't fold. If they folded, everybody would have these mats. These motherfuckers, 6.5 feet by 3.5 feet wide, they probably weigh 30 to 40 pounds a piece. You cannot fold that. So, he goes, then, Jenny, I am out then. Use your mother. I'm out. And I was like, okay. So, I was like, darling, I'll take you. So, we get to LA. We get to Ellis's house. We load up the mats. We start tying the things down. And Ellis is like, all right, mate, those mats ain't going anywhere. They're heavy. So when you start driving, the mats ain't going to slide. You don't need to tie the mats down. You just need to tie the trunk latch to the bumper. Mate. Somebody's going to kill me for that terrible Aussie accent. No, I might. You just need to tie the trunk latch to the bumper, mate. Those mats ain't going nowhere. They're too heavy. And then, being the smart Alex that I was, I loaded up all the mats into the car and covered up the trunk latch so there was no place to secure the rope to. So Ellis had to lift. I'm not joking. There was probably 10 pieces of mat, and those things probably weigh 30 to 40 pounds a piece, and there's 10 pieces, and fucking Ellis had to do a squat. This is where that stupid squat rack thing comes into play. This is the one time that this exercise pays off. He basically did a hack squat and lifted up the bottom so I could hook the rope into the fucking trunk latch. And when he did, the RAV4 fucking popped up. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it, man. So, we got that all secure. And then, of course, my mom's trying to do her fucking whoop granny loops. Two knots in a granny loop. I don't know what the hell she was doing. And her wrist is all fucked up. So she's trying to do it. And me and Ellis are just staring at her. Like, what the fuck are you doing, lady? And I was like, Mom, you wanna tag in a man? You want to let a man do it? She's like, of course, darling, my wrist hurts. And I was like, Alice, help me, Jeebus. So Ellis got it all secured up and everything. So we went off, and then as we're getting ready to leave, I go, I don't feel good about driving to Shits Bernardino from LA with a RAV4 full of mats and an open latch, basically. So, just my intuition just kind of struck with me. So, hit up the cousin, ditched some of the mats at her house, and then we left with a couple of mats in the car. So, so this is the best part. So, of course, we got everything set up at my cousin's place, and we left, and we tied everything all up again. And so we're driving back, and so I told my mom, I said, okay, Mom, so when I had the mats in the Prius last time with the latch open from fucking Hermosa Beach, drove 2.5 hours. I said, Mom, I did 55 miles an hour because, that's the speed you're supposed to drive when you're hauling stuff. Because you don't want to lose control of the vehicle because there's additional weight in the vehicle that you're hauling. And so that kind of changes the physics of the vehicle, where the weight is distributed. So, where the weight is distributed. I'm fucked up. So, we're driving, and I said, Mom, please put on your hazards and try and drive on, the surface streets as long as you can. I know it's going to take us a long time, but I feel like this is just safer than driving on the freeway. Well, GPS showed us that there was so much traffic that it was just actually faster to drive 10 miles an hour on the freeway with no signal lights than to stay on surface streets. So, my mom is following directions. There's some traffic. And so I'm like, okay, cool. So I start to doze off. Then all of a sudden I hear the RAV4 engine. And I go, what's happening? And I wake up and I look to see. And I look back at the mats. The mats are still there. But I noticed the trunk is a little bit more open than when we left LA. So I was like, damn. So at this time we were in Pasadena. And after Pasadena, the freeway opens up, because I'm just assuming that most people can't afford to live in LA. So they They live in Pasadena. So a lot of the traffic is just in Pasadena. So after we pass Pasadena is, without traffic, is like 45 minutes. So, but today there was a little bit of traffic, so it was like an hour and change. My ma disregarded all of my instructions for hauling, disregarded my mention of safety first and putting the hazards on, and disregarded the laws of physics and proceeded to drive at regular speed while hauling stuff. And, chaos ensued. So, apparently when you're hauling things and you drive over 55 miles an hour, well, the car starts to wobble, because of the weight. And of course we have the, RAV4 trunk latch open. So then that also creates another anomaly with that latch being open. And, upon my mom deciding to drive like a complete crazy person, because she was driving so fast, the latch started to become a little bit more looser. And, I wasn't really too worried about that because I know the mats. Well, actually, I was worried about the trunk latch because I didn't want that to be flopping around in the fucking wind and we tip over. Now, I knew the mats would be okay because they weighed so much; they weren't going anywhere. So we're driving and I was like, "Hey, Mom, maybe you might want to slow down a little bit." "Nonsense, darling. I'm just really tired of the beeping because, with the new Toyotas, if you don't close the doors or the latches and stuff, the thing will beep until you pull over and close it." So we weren't going to close it because we had mats back there. So the car was beeping the entire way from LA to San Bernardino. So we heard boom, 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 boom. At least her RAV4 was not that new, but the 20, I feel like the 2022s and up, or maybe the 2023s and up, they do bong, 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 bong. They actually will really beep until you do something. So I was kind of grateful it was just a bong, bong, bong. So I was like, "Mom, just turn up the music. We'll be fine." So we're speeding in Pasadena. So we get to a town known as San Dimas, if you've ever heard of raging waters. Well, we were raging in the RAV4, and I was like, "Hey, just trying to be polite. I don't want to be a front seat driver." But I was just, trying to politely encourage my mom, like, "Hey, Mom, slow down. I don't have any clients to teach tonight. I don't need mats, there within the next 20 minutes. Okay. We can slow down. It's okay." "Nonsense, darling. I'm just trying to get out of this car. The beeping is really annoying." I was like, "Okay, well, maybe we should slow down." And before I finished the word down, we hit the most insane dip in the freeway. If you're familiar with driving on the 210 freeway, when you are driving east of the 210, when you are crossing into the beautiful city of San Dimas, actually, specifically, it is the interchange where the 210 and the 57 meet. There is a massive dip in the freeway. It's not like a crack, but it's just, I don't know if it's like from water erosion or what, but there's just like a long dip. And so everybody who's, knows that freeway, if you're speeding through there, sometimes you hit that dip just right. You're gonna you're gonna bottom out. You will take flight. Okay. So I completely forgot about the dip. Moms forgot about the dip. And so, as I said, slowed down, I heard, I felt the RAV4 dip down and I went, oh shit. And she was like, my mom was like, what's that? And then it was like, once you dip down, it's loading up. It's loading for the launch. And I'm telling you, the RAV4 and SpaceX have something in common. The launch they were talking about this weekend was the fucking RAV4 shooting out of a dip on the 210 East with a bunch of jiu-jitsu mats in the back. Holy shit. We got so much air that the fucking bungee cord, the hook on the bungee cord fucking bent. Like it went, ah! And my mom was like, what's that? And then as we came down, the fucking mats don't move. The mats just collectively moved and basically slammed back down, just like a wave. Like, you know, like you're riding a wave and then there's a break and the wave breaks. The mats made like a wave and then just fucking slapped the RAV4's tail down, and the fucking RAV4 did a fucking tail tap on the freeway. And my mom's trunk went, and then all of a sudden we're in the fucking air. I was like, oh my God, the RAV4 did a horse wheelie. Holy shit. We fucking tail tapped at 65 miles an hour with like 200 pounds of mat in the trunk. Holy shit. Oh, my mom's like, darling, what was that? She's like, oops. And I was like, oops is right. I was like, I'm afraid to look back there and see if you still have a trunk or not. I like look back there slowly and I see the fucking bungee cord is hanging on for dear life and her fucking trunk latch is going. And I was like, oh shit. We're gonna lose the trunk door. Bing, bing, bing. I was like, oh my God, this is the road trip from hell. I said, I have spent more time in the car this weekend than in my bed. And the times I was in the car, I was in absolute hell. But that had to be the fucking dip on the freeway was the worst of it because I was like, I don't know how this is going to end. I've never taken flight in a RAV4 before. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, let me know. Have you ever tail tapped in a RAV4 at 65 miles an hour? Straight up doing fucking horse wheelies on the 210 freeway. Holy shit. It was fucking crazy. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna fucking die. We're gonna fucking die. My mom's like, darling, what's happening? And I was like, nothing. I don't know, man. Like, your trunk is about to fly off. Your trunk door is about to get ripped off. The mats are gonna slide out the back. Slow down. Oh my days. Oh, absolutely fucking mental. It was just the craziest scenario. And once we got back to my house, I was just so thankful. I was like, oh my God. I don't know how we made it, but thank God we took those other pieces out. Because I'm sure if we would have fucking hit that dip the way my mom hit that dip, I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. I'm pretty sure we would have lost some fucking mats on the freeway. Jesus God. Oh man, best decision in my life. I'm like, you know what? Let's drop some of these mats off at the cousins. Let my little cousin play with them, whatever. But yeah. So we get back home. And I explained to my dad what happened, and his eyes just about fell out. They were the size of dinner plates. When I told him how fast we were going, and I told him about the dip we hit, he's like, Jenny, that was not very safe. You should have waited for me. I could have gone to go get the mats for you while you were at work. I said, Dad, how would you have fit those mats in there? Your window doesn't work. He goes, you're right. And I was like, well, you know what? I said, now you have an opportunity to redeem yourself, because even though the window doesn't roll down, Dad, I said, I actually need you to take me back to cousin's house, because we have to pick up the mats that we left because we couldn't bring all of them. And he goes, oh, okay, Jenny, this is wonderful. So, Sunday rolls around, go to work. I'm all fucking worn out from fucking concert. 3:00 in the morning, Santee. To Saturday, working the fucking open mat, and then sitting in a car 2 hours to LA, 2 hours back. The fucking stress of my mom's trunk flying off. The mat sliding out on the freeway at 65 miles an hour. The fucking shock of doing a fucking horse wheelie. I was spent, y'all. I was spent. I woke up. I had no voice. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Here we go. I'm getting sick. So, but I was like, let's just get through this and be done. We can do this. We can totally do this. So, fucking Sunday rolls around. I finish work. I'm tired as fuck. I've had maybe 4 hours of sleep. And so I go to my parents' house and tell my dad, I said, okay, Dad, I'm ready to go to LA. You ready? No, Jenny, I have some bad news. I forgot to tell you, so my window doesn't roll down, which also means my tailgate doesn't open either. And I was like, you what? What the fuck, man? I was like, motherfucker. What? And I was like, who are you? You. I said, when were you gonna fucking tell me? Your shit don't work, man. What in the name of Zeus's butthole? How are we supposed to fucking put mats in there? You thought we're gonna fold up these fucking mats? What the hell's the matter with you? Explain yourself. Jenny, I just realized that since my window doesn't roll down, also my tailgate won't open if the window doesn't roll down. I was like, well, you could have fucking told everybody, because I told your family that we're coming to pick them up the fucking day. And now you're telling me that we can't even put these fucking mats in your car? You got a fucking Sequoia and you can't even fucking use it? What the fuck? Fucker. Hey, man. Hey. So now you're telling me that you got a fucking Toyota Sequoia, which is the fucking Tundra with a camper shell on. You got a fucking Toyota Sequoia and you can't even put shit in the back because it doesn't work. I was like, why didn't you just buy a convertible, man? Because that's what this is. You just have a fucking... You just have a fucking 4x4 convertible, man. What the fuck? You literally. You can't haul shit in this car. You can't. One of them doors don't work. Only one door worked. And then the driver and the passenger. It's like, what the fuck? Why do you have this car? I said, may I interest you in a Highlander, sir? I know some people at Toyota Riverside. Fucking scumbags. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. I was like, why? I said, Dad, why didn't you just let Mom take you to the dealership and get you a new Sequoia? Why do you have a Sequoia that is really an oak tree? You can't use this thing, man. What is the purpose of this vehicle? If only the front half of the car works. He's like, well, Jenny, it gets me from place to place, and I just open the other door and I just push the stuff to the back. And sometimes if I need more room, I take out the passenger seat. I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay, man. God bless you. We're done. This is it. I'll just reschedule to pick him up with Mom. My mom's like, darling, maybe you should have told us that your trunk doesn't open at all. That would have been helpful. And he's like, well, I told you the window doesn't roll down, but I didn't realize that the tailgate won't open either. I was like, Dad, why didn't you just let Mom take you to the dealership and get you a good deal on a new Sequoia? One that works. One where all of the doors open up, Jack. Jenny, I don't want a car payment. I'm like, okay, God bless you. But you bought 5 shitty-ass used cars. You could have had a fucking down payment and a reliable car, bitch. I'm just saying. I'm just motherfucking saying. Holy shit. I was just baffled. I was just like, I cannot believe the level of dysfunction that's happening. Oh. It gets better, friends. So, as you know, I sold my Prius to my dad. And, I jokingly said no refunds, no exchanges. Well, my dad got to drive the car from my house to his house, which is like 4 blocks away. That thing was rattling like a motherfucker. So we didn't know what was wrong with it. So I guess one day my dad goes to start it up and it won't start. So we take it to our friend who's a mechanic. And so he goes, I got some bad news and some bad news. And my dad goes, well, what's wrong? And he goes, so your hybrid battery went out. And that's going to cost you $4,000. Okay? It gets better, folks. And he goes, and your head gasket just blew. That's going to cost you another couple $1,000. Your head gasket and your engine blew, sir. So that's like $4,500. I sold the Prius to my dad. And now the amount of money he is going to spend to get that thing fixed is going to be more than what he paid for it. But typical, this always happens to my dad. My dad always thinks He's getting a better deal buying something used, and we'll just fix it. Jenny, I'll just fix it. Jenny. It's fine. We'll just fix it. It's cheaper than a car payment. No, bitch. When do you want me to take you in my car to go get a Sequoia? Because the price you're going to pay to get this car fixed, to fix the Prius, the price you paid to get the Prius, the price you're going to pay to fix it. My dad could have put a down payment on a new car. Holy shit! Oh my days! Holy shit. So, this is just right after the festivities because my dad bought my car from me as like a birthday present to himself. And well, Bubba, happy birthday. Holy shit, what fucking timing. I mean, literally 10 days after I bought my car, the Prius dies. Literally. My dad bought it from me, and 4 days later, that motherfucker died. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. My dad is beside himself. He is so mad. He is quiet. I know when my dad is pissed off, he does a little hunger strike song. I'm going hungry. He's just like sitting there silence. My mom's like, what kind of food do you want to eat? And he's just waving his hands at her. And she's like, my mom's like, darling, what do you want to eat? And he's just waving his hands at her in some like aggressive sign language. My mom's like, is that chicken or pasta? Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. Oh. I'm in hell right now. Oh my days. Oh. Holy shit. Oh. All right, folks, I must end this. I have to work an early shift and it is very late. And I need my motherfucking sleep. Okay. My friend texted me, team no sleep. And I said, I need a substitution. Your girl is retired from Team No Sleep. I don't do that shit. God damn. Oh, man. Okay, let me give you some motherfucking, let me give you some quick, current events. Apparently, in the news, a wife from Colorado, decides it's a good idea to eat her husband's ashes when she finds out that he cheated on her. Oh. Bitch. You. Oh, shit. So apparently, this wife's ex-husband, this widow's ex-husband, was going on all these business trips. And this is the thing, y'all motherfucking dummies and Apple, okay? Dumb people and Apple computers do not go well together. Because guess what? Apple keeps track of all your little conversations on all the devices. You got to be some fucking tech guru to shut that shit off because I see it. I see all my motherfucking text messages on my laptop, on my iPad, on my iPad mini. Apple, stop narking me out. I don't want my conversations everywhere. I don't need my conversations on every device. And this is exactly what happens to y'all cheaters. Y'all use the iPad and not the phone thinking you can get away with it, right? So I guess old boy was sleeping with prostitutes and escorts while he was on business trips. And how the wife found out was she had got a hold of the iPad and I guess was using the iPad and typed in hoe. She typed in hoe into the Googly on accident. She said on accident. And I guess my man's Google history popped up, or she clicked on his Google history and it said Houston. It finished the rest of the sentence for her. She typed in hoe and it said Houston escorts. If y'all are gonna cheat, you better be smart. You gotta delete the browser history. You gotta turn off the cloud messaging. You gotta do all of this shit. Basically, if you're going to cheat, let me just tell you this. Go back to pencil and paper and burn the paper after you're done. Because your ass is gonna get caught. So she's seen the search history. So she's seen the search history and his Houston hoes and prostitutes and escorts and the whole fucking nine. And my man's had a heart attack. So apparently she was so enraged that she took his ashes and sprinkled it on her food and ate him. Bitch. That's not a punishment for him. That's a punishment for you. You ate his dirty ass. Listen, if it were me, because, obviously the situation has happened to me. They weren't escorts or hookers, but, I have been cheated on. And let's say this dumb broad died and I had her ashes and I had found out post-death that she had cheated. You know exactly where the motherfucker ashes are going. In the trash. Trash goes with trash. You don't eat trash. You throw it away. Okay, bitch. So I'm just like, girl, you made it worse on yourself by eating your dead man's ashes. Your cheating ass dead man's ashes. Should have thrown them bitches in the trash because that's where he belonged. Holy smokes, man. Let's see what else. Oh, Julia Fox. Hey, man. Julia Fox. Have you seen Uncut Gems? If you've seen Uncut Gems, then you're fully aware of what a steamy dime piece Julia Fox is. So, my thought is, that movie, to me, was not very good. Maybe it was good until the last 10 minutes. You always lose me the last 10, 15 minutes of that movie. I've never made it to the end in a happy place. But I will watch that movie for Julia Fox, obviously, okay? So, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. I do not understand the logic when she goes to the press and says, I dated Kanye West and it was the worst mistake of my life. Mommy, you only dated this man for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. That's not even enough time. I've kept laundry longer than 3 weeks, bitch. What are you talking about? Kanye is the worst mistake of your life in 3 weeks. You didn't get to experience anything. You don't even know that person. Okay? You got to see whatever he wanted you to see for 3 weeks. But for her to sit there and be like, oh, woe is me. I dated Kanye for 3 weeks. It was the worst mistake of my life. I was so in love and I wanted to keep it a secret. But he went public and he ruined all my trust. It's like, what the fuck? How you trusting somebody you don't even fucking know? You met this person at a New Year's Eve party. Okay? We all know the motherfuckers are scandalous as hell on New Year's Eve, first of all. Secondly, the fact that you made it 3 weeks is an achievement in itself, okay? This bitch is acting like they were married for 10 years or some shit. I was like, God damn, mommy. Like, you dated this man for 3 weeks and you have become a even bigger name off of the 3 weeks you rode Kanye's dick. I'm just saying, these are just facts. We knew who Julia Fox was, Uncut Gems. But everybody knew who she was after she dated Kanye, right? I'm just saying. Kanye put you up. Okay, he blew your spot up. And this bitch has been riding that spot high, wearing the craziest outfits, doing all these talk shows, podcasts, books, whoop-de-fucking-whoop. Everywhere you look, this bitch is out here doing something. And now you're going to turn around and go, hey, woe is me. Hey, I dated Kanye for 3 weeks. So, it was the hardest moment of my life. No, bitch. You have a child. The hardest moment of your life was squeezing out a baby, a fucking 9-pound baby out your coochie. That's the hardest time of your life. Not dating Kanye. What the fuck is the matter with you? I can't with this woman. But if she is single, holla. Holla. Let me holla. All right, let me give you my motherfucking UFC picks, and then I've got to get the fuck up out of here. I must go to bed. All right, UFC picks. I have Rubiles Dipsangi, Melissa Martinez, Elise Reed, Tamares Vidal, Jean Matamuro, Asul Alimbakvaev, Daniel Pineda, Jake Bradley, Charles Johnson, Rob Font, and Michel Pereira. Those are my motherfucking UFC picks. Bet with me, bet against me. Who cares? Let's watch some motherfucking fights. Yeah. All right, folks. I will talk to y'all next week. Your girl is exhausted. And this week just started. www.ramboperadio.com. Tell a friend, of course. Like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to y'all next week. But until then, this is Rambo Radio. I'm out. Peace.